last word, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You know, I've been a prosecutor. I was a prosecutor in Baghdad when I was in the Navy, prosecuted terrorists actually in the Iraqi court system. I was a defense attorney in the Navy, actually got to defend a Navy SEAL against trumped up charges by the Obama administration. And I had the honor of serving as a district judge in my hometown in the South Hills of Pittsburgh. So I've been on all sides of a courtroom. And I can tell you that I would defend this case every single day. And it's because the facts just aren't there. Let's go through each article. Abuse of power, or quid pro quo, bribery. Call it whatever your focus group wants to call it. Because at the end of the day, you don't have the facts to make out the case. You don't have the facts because the other party on your quid pro quo, your alleged quid pro quo, never felt pressure. We have a primary document, a primary source of information, that is the transcript of the call, that shows there was no connection. We also have the other party, President Zelensky, who said at no time did the Ukrainians feel any pressure to have an investigation. We also know that no investigation of Biden ever took place. We also know that aid was given to Ukraine. Aid that they never knew at the time was being under review, and aid that came in the form of Javelin missiles. Not what the Obama administration gave, which were well wishes and blankets. So again, no case can be made for abuse of power. Obstruction of Congress. This is what we would describe as ripe, or not ripe. It isn't right because only letters have been sent. There's been no subpoena. And how this works is a subpoena is issued, the executive branch exercises their executive privilege, just like Obama did, and then the courts decide this. The courts have never decided this. So where's the obstruction? It doesn't exist. So I would defend this case every single day. As a judge, I would dismiss this for lack of merit. Even if the facts are viewed in light most favorable to the Democrats, you still, again, cannot make out what we as lawyers call a prima facie case. This case would be dismissed on day one in a courtroom. But I'll tell you what case I'd prosecute. I'd prosecute Schiff for abuse of power any day of the week. Why? How about the fact that he subpoenaed phone records from a member of Congress? How about the fact that he singled out Devin Nunes's cell phone number and leaked that? How about the fact that he dumped over 8,000 pages on the Judiciary Committee 48 hours before we had a hearing in this committee? That is the abuse of power, and that is what I would prosecute every day of the week. Obstruction? I'd prosecute the Democrats for obstruction of Congress too. How about the fact that I had a motion to subpoena the whistleblower? The whistleblower, who, by the way, you cannot point to any statute. There's no statute that gives that whistleblower the right to be anonymous. Does not exist no matter what you say. I had a motion to subpoena the whistleblower 2 weeks ago. That motion was denied. I never got my subpoena, and it was done in a partisan fashion, straight down partisan line. So that is the obstruction, and I would prosecute that every single day. Folks, that's the legal analysis. This is nothing more than a political hit job. Thanks, and I yield the remainder of my time.